What's up, LA?
What's up, LA? Welcome to the June episode of What's Up, LA, your guide to everything that's happening in the LA arts community.
We've got a really exciting show for you this month. We are going to talk about the Letters Project coming up right here in June at the Blue Door.
The second edition, Brian.
Second edition
I'm
of
so
the
proud
Letters
of
Project
you.
with our Veterans Empowerment Theater. Nina got to sit down with Leilani and Karl from the Letters Project.
Yes, indeed. And then we have a little bit of a mix and match. Our street interview is also going to be our community calendar. We interviewed several participants and several projects that are performing this month at the Hollywood Fringe, and you shouldn't miss it. You're going to take your pick. What shows are you going to watch? We have a very diverse roster for you.
Looking forward to that. And Nina, this month is also something very special to your heart because it's an anniversary for...
Variety Night, third anniversary on June 29th. I hope you can join us. It's going to be a very, very special show.
Better be there. All right, let's get to it.
What's up, LA? What's up, LA? What's up, LA? What's up, LA?
As promised, I am here with Leilani, Squire, and Karl Reitzinger for Letters Project, second edition!
Yay.
Hi, welcome to the What's Up LA couch. Leilani, a pleasure to have you.
Thank you.
And because I know you better, I'm going to ask you questions after I go to you, Karl. Okay. I wanted to know a little bit about your service and how that ended up in the arts. What was that journey like?
I was kind of on the journey of arts before I even joined the military.
Okay.
I had started college, going for an acting and directing degree, and my roommate at the time said, "Oh, we should join the Army on the buddy program." And I was like, "Oh, yeah, I could use a little extra money for college to help pay for everything." And so we went through the whole process, and I joined. He didn't.
The audacity.
But yeah, so I joined the Army. I did 6 years, had a great time. I loved my time in the military, and got money to finish out college.
And then back into the arts.
And seriously, I graduated in 2000 from Wayne State University in Detroit, Michigan, and then moved straight here to LA because this is the Mecca. This is where it's supposed to happen.
Absolutely. And here we are making it happen for Letters Project. And Leilani,
Yes, Nina.
this brings me to the first Letters Project and its origins. Can you share a little bit about that?
Well, I was at a meeting with Lester Probst and William Duffy talking about what we were going to do, the next project for Returning Soldiers Speak. This was like 3 years ago maybe. And I mentioned something about I wanted to do something Letters with Gold Star Mothers, and Duffy kind of said, like, he took that on, and we came up with an idea about letters from the war, and then that's actually basically how that happened. And then Lester knew the Blue Door because he had done his play Volunteers, and he said, let's go meet Brian Caldwell. And so we came and we met with Brian, and I didn't really have to pitch the idea. Brian said, yeah, let's do it. So that's how the Letters Project came to be, and I'm so grateful that Lester brought me here.
And I feel like in that case, because I was a part of it, Returning Soldiers Speak and Veterans Empowerment Theater, yes, organizations that have so much in common already, but it was a perfect match. We blended real well, Art Up and Returning Soldiers, and we built something pretty special the first time around.
It was. And also you were in Lester's.
I was honored to be in Lester's show, in Lester's letter, and somebody else's that I know.
And he's not with us anymore. He was our Korean veteran, so he's not with us anymore.
And we will always remember him.
We will.
I wanted to ask about then how you two met and how this came along too.
We've known each other from the Post. Post 43 in the Hollywood. Actually, Karl was one of the first people I knew when I joined the auxiliary back. I saw the card the other day, 2014.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's
that makes
where
sense.
that's where we met.
Would this be the first time that you're working together in such close collaboration?
Yeah, I mean, Leilani's always had some great ideas and brought some things to me. I used to be the adjutant at Post 43 from 2014 to 2020. And so, great artist here.
This is, I think, it's going to be our longest journey together in an artistic form. But when you talk about, when you said closeness,
Close collaboration, yeah.
close collaboration, I instantly thought to one of the meetings, like on a Saturday morning, where I was bussing the tables and all the dishes left over, and it was just Karl and I cleaning up. I think that one morning. So to me, that was a golden memory.
Hey, making a play might be a little bit more fun than doing the dishes. So
More harder work.
harder work for sure. So it brings me to Letters Project, second iteration. The letters have been selected. The cast has been cast. And as we are doing this interview, we are gearing up for our first rehearsal, correct?
Correct.
Yes.
Are we excited?
Uh,
Are we nervous?
Terrified.
Okay.
Terrifying.
So it's going to go really well.
It's gonna
Fear
be
is a
great.
great
It's gonna be
motivator. No, but I wanted to talk about maybe what kind of stories we're going to find in the letters for this edition.
I do want to say, in the first rendition, we worked closely with Chapman University with their archive. So, but this time we have selected letters from private people.
Okay.
Their private collections. Some are their fathers, distant ancestors, that kind of thing. So, what are the stories, Karl?
Correspondence, obviously, during wartime. So there's a lot of desperation in there. There's a lot of longing for the loved ones and different stuff like that. One of the pieces has some great levity to it. That one's gonna be fun to do.
How many stories do you have in? How many scenes?
Six.
Are six? Okay.
6 vignettes.
We did what? 12 last time.
10.
10.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm glad to see the skilling down a little. Makes it more manageable.
So with the stories, there's one about H.H. Hester. He was World War I, and the letter is written after the armistice. He's on his way, the war has ended, and he's on his way through France, and he's writing his father about what he experienced. And it's an incredible letter. It's about how he was in no man's land, and how he volunteered to go out on patrol, and how they captured some Germans, and that kind of story. The letter is incredible. It doesn't end. The last pages are gone, but that's I guess where the imagination comes through. But it's a lengthy letter, and then the one that Karl was talking about is a collection between William Smallwood and George Washington. And they were friends. They went to boarding school, I think, in Sussex, England, and they were friends. I don't want to give it away.
No spoilers.
No spoilers, but it's actually really very funny, very clever. And then there's another story based on emails written between a Marine and his mother during Fallujah. The Marine was in Fallujah in 2006.
Okay.
So
spanning 2.5 centuries. Worth of
I think
stories.
we're covering World War I, World War II,
Revolutionary War,
Revolutionary War, the Cold War,
OIF,
OIF, and
where's the
What
other
is OIF? Sorry.
Operation Iraqi Freedom.
Okay.
one? Operation.
So that's our most recent one, 2006.
And the World War II takes place in the Pacific. And the Cold War, not quite sure where that one takes place.
And then Vietnam.
Oh, yeah, and Vietnam.
What is the riskiest part of the process at this moment? Because the letters have been collected, the plays have been written, the scenes have been written. Do you have any concerns of something going wrong now?
The fact that we have 4 weeks to rehearse before opening night, yeah, I'm a little nervous. I was putting together the schedule of rehearsal last night, and I'm like, I think I've got enough time. The great thing is, I mean, I only know a couple of the people that are in the cast, just from previous dealings, so I knew how talented they were, and I really didn't know what I was getting as far as the cast goes until the casting
Auditions?
process, the auditions, yeah. And it is truly an amazing, talented bunch.
They're-
I'm excited to get to work with these guys and gals.
How many people are in your cast?
We have 10.
10. Are people doubling up?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
We have several, at least, I think all of them have at least 2 roles.
2 roles. Okay.
And a lot of the cast, because what was interesting about this collection of letters and actually the plays that were written, they're young. The characters lean towards the younger than older. In the first rendition, we had, I don't know, it was odd. We were able to use older actors. Even there was a sense of magical realism in a way of where we had the older actors and that kind of thing. This one, it didn't seem right. It seemed more better to have the closer to the age of the characters themselves, and they're all like in their 20s, mid 20s. Not all, but a lot of them are. So the cast is quite young, I would say, don't you think?
Yeah.
And they're really. I've worked with them before. Many of them, and in our military family staged readings series that we just ended. So they're very.
Which I attended once.
Yes, you
and
did.
it was magical. And
Yes, it
I'm
was.
only sorry to have had to miss the others. Because the one I attended, Flowers in Hell by Brian Caldwell,
Yep.
was wonderful.
It was very good.
It was very moving.
And also with this cast, with this, there's going to be singing. There's going to be some dancing. One of the plays is
It's like, surprise, it's now a musical theater project. I'm kidding. Letters project.
Maybe that'll be the next one.
It's artistic. There's some movement involved
Yeah.
in one of the pieces, and there is vocals in a couple of the pieces. So
I can't wait to see that. My last question to both of you is, why is it important to keep telling this kind of story?
Why? Karl, you want to go first?
sure. I think everybody's always intrigued about what happens when somebody is deployed, or what happens when they're in the military. Being in the military, these are questions that I get all the time. Is, what did you do? Where did you go? What did you see? And we've got hard evidence of what took place during these times, just through correspondence back and forth between family members or whomever they might be writing to. So it keeps their voice alive, even if they've gone on. And it keeps the story going of what happened during that time. We weren't there, and it's part of history. I love it. I love it.
I agree with everything that you said, and for me, in addition to all of that, story has power, and story brings us together as into one humanity. And this is my belief. I believe that story is more important now than ever. And then I was thinking today, because I'm the head playwright, and it's like all this stuff is going on. So what serves the play? Because now we have this. We took these different little plays and made one full length play. So what serves the play? not my ego or whatever this, but what serves the play. And as I was thinking that, then it was like, I remember how the experience with the first Letters Project and how it just became so powerful because we're honoring those who've passed. We're honoring the dead. We're honoring who you just said. We weren't there, but we're honoring them. And so for me, serving the play and honoring those who wrote these letters and who received these letters, that's why it's important for me.
I agree. It was a beautiful experience to be a part of it, because in the worst that humanity has to offer, correspondence in times of war, in the worst that humanity has to offer, people were still able to find hope and connection and something to fight for and motivation to come home and
love,
teamwork. And it was a beautiful experience, and I can't wait to see this. I can't wait to see it the second time. You know, if anybody gets a cold, you can call me and I'll step in. And you know me. When can people come see Letters Project?
I love the timing of this. As fast and furious as it's going to be, but with Memorial Day coming up this weekend, it just is apropos to start this project.
Yes, it is.
Our full run through prior to Tech Week is Flag Day, and so we open on June 19th, go 19, 20, 21, and then second weekend 26, 27, 28.
8 p.m. Fridays and Saturdays. And what time Sundays? 3 p.m.
3 p.m.
3 p.m. on Sundays. Correct.
Perfect. We'll see you at the Blue Door.
Yes, we will.
Yep.
Yes, you will.
And I'll see you at the Blue Door for Letters Project this June.
And now, this.
Oh, guten Tag und willkommen to Mozart's musical moment. I am Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, and I have traveled a very long distance and a very long time to be here today to talk about African American Music Appreciation Month. So today I will be talking about some of the most influential African American musicians throughout history and talking about the merits of their work. The music of African Americans can be traced back to the days of slavery. In the fields as slaves were working, you could hear them singing songs to pass the time. These songs were a way to share their stories. Now let's talk about the legends. The Laughing Song was made by George W. Johnson in 1891. This is one of the first known recordings of an African American.
As I was coming around the corner, I heard something.
Then along came the blues, with notable artists such as Robert Johnson, Muddy Waters, B.B. King, Albert King, Etta James, Son House, and John Lee Hooker. Then there came ragtime, which is primarily an African-American invention and was a source of pride to African-American composers, musicians, and listeners. Some of the most famous ragtime composers include Scott Joplin, Artie Matthews, and James Scott. Then came jazz. Jazz is a musical art form which originated around the beginning of the 20th century in black communities in the southern United States from a confluence of African and European music traditions. Some of the most famous jazz musicians include Nat King Cole, Ella Fitzgerald, Billie Holiday, Dizzy Gillespie, Nina Simone, Count Basie, Miles Davis, and Louis Armstrong. Then along came rhythm and blues, or R&B, which combined soulful singing and a strong backbeat, which was the most popular music created by and for African Americans. Notable R&B musicians include Smokey Robinson, Aretha Franklin, Barry White, Gladys Knight, Stevie Wonder, James Brown, Sam Cooke, Diana Ross, Ray Charles, and Marvin Gaye. Out of the R&B era came rock and roll. We all know that the rock music we love originated from the blues. Of course, that genre, like many other musical genres, also came from the heart and souls of African Americans. Notable rock musicians include Sister Rosetta Tharpe, Bo Diddley, Chuck Berry, Little Richard, Jimi Hendrix, Prince, Slash, and Lenny Kravitz. Which of course brings us to pop music, including artists such as Michael Jackson, Whitney Houston, Mariah Carey, and Rick James. Followed by modern hip-hop, including groups like Run DMC and solo artists like LL Cool J and Kendrick Lamar. All in all, African Americans have made significant contributions to the art of music in many genres. Well, that's all the time we have for Mozart's musical moment. Thank you for joining me, and until next time, auf Wiedersehen.
Oh yeah, mine's gonna.
Show us, Allie! It's the finishing move. Hold on.
Oh, hers is better. Oh, she's like muscle memory all the way.
I can do it with my eyes closed.
That's like
I can do it with my eyes closed.
Hey, my name is Sydney Edwards. I'm producing and starring in Club Clown in the main stage over at the Broadwater Theater. It's a Sacred Fool show that is a live directed clown show with a rotating cast of other fringers, so come get your fringe fill.
I'm Kathleen Leary. My show is Grief Box. It is a comedic intersection of a TED Talk and a QVC Home Shopping Network presentation about a grief solution product that's going to solve all your problems with grief. And there's going to be a live demo of how the product works. So at the main stage at the Broadwater.
That's right.
See you there.
My name's Dee. I am producing this play, The Vertical. It's about vertical microdramas. Takes place in, what's going on, man? How are you? Come on in.
I wasn't trying
Dude,
to.
no, you're coming on in. You're coming on in.
Yeah.
All right, introduce yourself.
I'm Jonah Matzo. I'm doing Slack Tide. Should I say that part?
Sure.
It's about four friends on a picnic table trying to figure out if they belong in each other's life anymore and save the world's problems.
Where are you
A lot of
performing?
problems.
Yeah, it's a lot of problems, and they're going to hit every single one. We're at the Zephyr. We've got 6 shows. We start on June 5th.
Yeah, so I have The Vertical. The Vertical's vertical microdramas. Big drama in little, big trouble in little drama.
That's good.
I know.
Did you just come up with that?
No, I've been thinking about it. It's a little slow when it came out, but yeah. We're going to be Broadwater main stage, June 6th we open. Check us out.
My name's Dana. My show is called Tommy Cooper's Fez, and it's about my dad's life and death story. But it's quite funny, I hope, and a little bit tragic at times. And it's all about the things that he used to make me do when I was little. We were kind of a bit of a Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid combo. I wasn't so keen, he was in charge. Yeah, and it's 59.5 minutes long at the Hudson Theatre at the Guild.
What have you liked the most about Fringe so far?
You. Seriously. Honestly, because you're so kind and you introduced me to everybody.
Listen, maybe I asked that question on purpose. I guess we'll never know. Thank you so much for joining us here at What's Up LA. What's Doomers about?
It's about 3 extraterrestrial beings who are also who are secret agents, and they're also in a band. They have to capture a dangerous fugitive who has stolen a powerful crystal from their planet and fled to Earth, and he's posing as a podcast man. Broadwater Black Box in June.
Picture it, 1969. Band reunion. They got a whole bunch of internalized problems, and they got to externalize that and deal with it.
Yeah. Harmony's Edge.
And original songs.
Oh, original songs.
At the Cats Crawl Theater in Silver Lake.
Well, thank you, everyone. That was our episode. We're so glad that you joined us today.
Thank you for watching. Thank you for being a part of our community and for supporting the independent arts in Los Angeles.
From everybody here at Arts Up LA, I'm Brian Caldwell.
I'm Nina Rantel.
And that's What's Up?